Well, so we are taking up health insurance today. See, first of all, you must be aware that so far you were selling only the benefit based products of health category. Whatever 2, 3, 4 policies were there, they were providing only the benefit based health protection. Now, this is the first time when a policy is launched which is on indemnity basis. You will find in the general insurance industry, since beginning, PSUs were selling mediclaims. That mediclaim is a indemnity based product. And whatever product developed on the same lines by the private or public sector insurance companies, they were all indemnity based. But with the developments in the private sector and the standalone health insurance companies, they came out with benefit based products. And parallelly, both the products were providing health insurance protection to the customers. Now the question is, what is the basic difference between a benefit-based product and indemnity-based products? So this benefit-based product provides the indemnity if at all there is a claim admissible under the policy. The entire sum insured limit opted by the insured is payable without any policy deductible, because there are no deductibles at all. So benefit based products have nothing to do with the bills and other deductibles. But in the indemnity based products, the claim is made on the basis of reimbursement, actual reimbursement. Out of the payable claim, all the policy deductibles are applicable, plus certain benefits which relate to the tonics or the other injections, etc., which are the part of the treatment but not payable under the policy, so they are deducted. But any customer can take the benefit of both the policies together simultaneously. Both policies have no clash of interest, because both are designed on different purposes and for different bases. Now this policy helps to cover your medical treatment cost. Very simple, because all health policies are meant for that only. It protects from financial losses which may occur due to illness or accident. So this is the basic object of the health insurance. But at the same time, this policy also provides better medical care, in the sense financial support is given, because financial stability is there. As usual, tax benefits are available. Support in medical emergency is there. Up to the age of 50 years, no medical tests are required. And the best of all is cashless facility is there. So when we talk of cashless facility, that means if the treatment is taken under any of the network of hospital, it can be availed as cashless. That means the payment will be directly made to the hospitals. Only the policy deductibles have to be borne by the insured. So that is a big facility, because this is a support in medical emergency, and this provides the financial stability in case of costly treatments as well. So from the policy point of view, let us understand all these important factors, because this policy has various features like inpatient hospitalization, pre-hospitalization expenses, post-hospitalization expenses, daycare treatment, modern treatment, Ayush treatment, cataract treatment, and ambulance expenses. These all are important part of this policy. Reason being, all these benefits are covered under the policy and they are payable as per the requirement of the insured. So let us see one by one what these are. If we talk of hospitalization has certain limitations. Hospitalization means continuously the person is on as inpatient, hospitalized in a hospital for minimum 24 hours continuously, except where the daycare treatment is there. So in daycare treatment, this restriction of 24 hours is not applicable. If at all there is any hospitalization, medical expenses incurred for hospitalization shall be indemnified up to the sum assured plus cumulative bonus. So there are two things: sum insured plus cumulative bonus. Sum insured as opted by the insured, for that the premium is paid, but cumulative bonus as earned by the insured. Earned means what? Every year, if it is claim free, a cumulative bonus is given. But this is not in the shape of cash discount which is deducted from the premium. This is of course something like motor, but in motor it's a cash discount given from the OD premium. Here instead of giving the cash discount, the sum insured is increased by the percentage prescribed for every year. So the sum insured plus cumulative bonus is the overall limit of the insured. Now in case of hospitalization, there is a limitation because the room rent, boarding, nursing expenses are payable up to 2% of the sum insured, subject to maximum 5,000 per day. Means the insured has got the option to take the room in the hospital up to 5,000 rupees per day maximum, or sum insured, 2% of the sum insured. So this is the maximum limit. Second limit is applicable to ICC or ICCU. ICU is intensive care unit. ICCU is intensive cardiac care unit, means which relate to heart only. So for this purpose, the limitation is up to 5% of the sum insured, subject to maximum of rupees 10,000 per day. These are the two limits applicable. Now, the surgeons, anesthetists, medical practitioners, consultants, specialist fee, these are all reimbursable on the basis of actual expenses. Anesthesia, blood, oxygen, operation theatre charges, surgical appliances, medicines, drugs, cost toward diagnostic meaning imaging modalities, these are all reimbursable on the basis of actuals. So this is the coverage provided for hospitalization. Now, in the same coverage, if we continue, there is a limit for cataract treatment also, which almost every company is providing. Our limit is 25% of sum insured or 40,000, whichever is lower, per eye under one policy year. Means in one policy year, per eye treatment up to 40,000 is permissible, that is payable in case of cataract treatment. For dental treatment there is no limit, for plastic surgery treatment there is no limit, for daycare treatment there is no limit, for road ambulance 2,000 per hospitalization. Modern treatment up to 50% of policy sum insured. So here hospitalization means minimum 24 consecutive hours as inpatient, but not applicable for daycare treatment. Daycare treatment, daycare treatment means where minimum 24-hour hospitalization is not required, like cataract treatment, dental treatment. For that, 1 hour or 2 hours at the most are required for treatment, and thereafter the doctor will say you to go your home. So they are known as the daycare treatment. Here the minimum requirement of 24 hours hospitalization is not mandatory. Then Ayush treatment. Now what is Ayush? What is most commonly used nowadays? But people don't know what is Ayush means. Ayush stands for AYUSH, means A for Ayurveda, Y for Yoga and Naturopathy, U for Unani, S for Siddha and H for Homeopathy. So these all pathies are covered under our policy. If the insured has taken treatment under any of these policies or any of these pathies, those expenses are also payable and reimbursable under the health insurance policy. That means medical expenses incurred for hospitalization under Ayush hospital shall be indemnified up to the sum insured plus cumulative bonus. So, minimum 24-hour consecutive hours as inpatient is here also the same requirement of hospitalization. But all these pathies are covered now and the expenses are reimbursable. Now what is pre-hospitalization expenses? So pre-hospitalization means any medical expenses incurred prior to admission in hospital is known as pre-hospitalization. Means if I am taking treatment for 25 days and thereafter doctor advised me to get admitted in the hospital, and for continuously 3 days I was hospitalized. So the expenses incurred on hospitalization period as well as pre-hospitalization for hospital were also payable. But what is the limit? Day count is 30 days prior to the date of admission in hospital. Means up to 30 days these expenses are payable. And then pre-hospitalization expenses includes lab test, X-ray, CT scan, ECG, MRI, doctor consultation, medicines. If their expenses are incurred on any of these, they are all reimbursable. So pre-hospitalization means 30 days pre-expenses incurred on the same treatment. Even the tests and consultations are covered. Then post-hospitalization. Post-hospitalization means any medical expenses after discharge from hospital is known as the post-hospitalization expenses. And for that, day count is 60 days from the discharge date of hospital. Pre-hospitalization for 30 days, post-hospitalization for 60 days. And post-hospitalization expenses includes consultation fee, diagnostic charges, medicines and drugs and physiotherapy. So pre-hospitalization is covered, post-hospitalization is covered. Then comes the cumulative bonus. Now what is the cumulative bonus? That is to be understood. Basically this is a reward offered on renewal by insurer to policyholder who do not make any claim during a policy year. Means if the policy is claim free, there is no claim on the policy during the entire policy period. Insurance company will give a reward to the policyholder, and that reward is added to the sum insured without increase in any premium. No extra premium is required, but sum insured will increase. And this cumulative bonus increases by 5% if there is no claim, 5% per year. If there is a claim, then decrease in cumulative bonus by 5%. Means whatever bonus is earned, that will not become zero. Only 5% will be deducted. Maximum accumulation of cumulative bonus could be 50%. So cumulative bonus shall be available only if the policy is renewed and premium is paid within the grace period. If there is a longer break, cumulative bonus will not be given. So this is a reward which will increase the sum insured of the insured on every claim-free year by 5% without any additional premium. That could be up to maximum 50%. That is very important and very beneficial. Let us see it by an example. Suppose I am taking a policy of 5 lakh rupees. In my first year I am taking no claim. So when I am getting it renewed timely, insurance company will give me 5% bonus on this 5 lakh rupees. So my sum insured will become 5 lakh plus 25,000. Any expenses, any treatment, I can take up to 5 lakh 25,000. Second year again I am not taking any claim. My cumulative bonus will be increased by 5% again. So my sum insured will become 5 lakh plus 50,000. Third year again, if I am not taking claim, it will become 5 lakh plus 75,000. Fourth year again, if I am not taking claim, it will become 5 lakh plus 1 lakh. And suppose in fifth year I am taking the claim. So my cumulative bonus will be reduced by 5% only out of the earned bonus. If I have not earned bonus, nothing will be deducted. Sum insured cannot be reduced. Only the bonus can be reduced. So in fifth year when I am taking the claim, my sum insured will become a 5 lakh plus 75,000. So cumulative bonus shall be available only if the policy is renewed or premium paid within the grace period. That is important to understand. Because if the policy is not renewed, cumulative bonus will be useless. To whom it is to be given? Now other eligibility criteria. This policy can be given to the person more than 18 years of age, because the person who is less than 18 years cannot have an insurance contract. The risk can be covered of a person of 1 year even, but the policy contract will be between the adult only, major only, not with a minor. And policy can be taken for self, spouse, dependent children. Dependent children means natural or legally adopted between the age of 3 months to 25 years. So if the child above 18 years is financially independent, he or she shall be ineligible for coverage in the subsequent renewals. That means if the children is of 25 years of age or 24 years of age, but he is dependent on the parents, that can be covered under the policy. But if the child is of 20 years only and he is having his own job, he is self-dependent, he has to take a separate policy. He cannot be covered under this policy. So self, spouse, dependent children, parents and parents-in-laws. Parents-in-laws means saas sasur. Parents means mother, father. So they are all covered under the policy. So this policy can be given in two formats. What? First, individual basis. Means any individual can take the policy. If you want, you can take separate policy, your wife can take separate policy, your children can take separate policy. So separate sum insured for each member is there. The second one is family floater basis. In that case, in one policy only, the entire family can be covered. But the sum insured will float for all members. Single sum insured for all members. But treatment is available for all family members to the extent of sum insured. When this sum insured limit is exhausted, the policy can be renewed. Now this policy has 3 sum insured: 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 10 lakhs. Entry age is 18 years, maximum age is 65 years. Minimum 18 or maximum 65, but this is 18 is for proposer only. Risk of a child can be covered, maybe of 1 year, 2 year, 5 years. But the person who is taking the policy, he has to be 18 years of age. Policy period is only 1 year. This is not applicable for 2 years or 3 years. Now, other important features. In the policy, the most important aspect is hospital. Because the network hospital or any hospital where the treatment is taken should be of minimum 10 inpatient bed if the population is less than 10 lakh of that area. If the population is more than 10 lakh, in that case the 15 inpatient beds are required. So this is very hard and fast, because this is the requirement, legal requirement under the Clinical Establishment Registration and Regulation Act 2010, Section 56(1), for the purpose of hospital. Otherwise, clinics or nursing home which are having 2, 3, 4, 5 beds, they cannot be treated as a hospital unless there are 10 minimum. In case of population is 10 lakh, less than 10 lakh, or more than 10 lakh, in that case 15 inpatient beds are required. In case of Ayush hospital treatments, because Ayush has got many pathies which are not very popular, but they are all allowed. So here the minimum requirement of 5 inpatient beds is there only. If the 5 inpatient beds are there, that will be treated as hospital. Free look period of 30 days. In all health insurance policies, there is a free look period of 30 days. It is trial period for insured to review the term and conditions and get the premium back. Less administration fee if not satisfied with policy, subject to no claim. That means, if I am taking a policy, I read the terms and conditions of the policy. After 7th day, I came to the conclusion that this policy is not good for me. I can get it cancelled, I can get my complete refund of the premium, less administrative fee. That's all. This is my legal right. I can get it cancelled within 30 days. That is called free look period. Another is grace period. Grace period means, this is again of 30 days. So grace period means a specified period immediately following the premium due date, during which premium payment can be made to renew a policy without loss of continuity benefits. If the policy is renewed within 30 days from the expiry date, all benefits earned by the insured will continue. This will not be treated as break-in policy. But if it is renewed after 30 days, neither the cumulative bonus would be there, nor the waiting period benefit would be there. So this grace period is most important from that point of view, because this is giving a right to ensure that this policy will be treated as continue. This will not be treated as break. So break-in period will start after 30 days only. Then the initial waiting period. Initial waiting period is required for that condition where any illness is not covered for first 30 days from the policy start date. But this is not applicable in case of accident. If the policy has got a clause that within 30 days, that is the waiting period, we will not pay any claim except in case of accident. So this is called initial waiting period. If I am filing the claim on 26th day, due to sickness, insurance company can reject the claim because initial waiting period is not over. But the important thing is this is applicable only on the first policy, not on the renewal of the policy. Once a policy is taken and it is renewed continuously, waiting period will be over after first policy only. And then pre-existing disease period. Expenses related to the treatment of a pre-existing disease means its direct complications shall be covered after 36 months. No general insurance company or standalone health insurance company is covering pre-existing diseases under their policies, because pre-existing disease means the risk is already there. It has already started, while insurance covers only those risks which are uncertain, which may or may not happen during the policy period. But this is already there. That means if the insurer is taking the policy, he will directly file the claim after taking the policy. So pre-existing diseases are excluded for 36 months, that is for 3 years. It differs company to company. Some may exclude for 24 months, some for 36, some for 48. Then in case of enhancement of sum insured, it apply afresh on enhanced sum insured only. If the sum insured is enhanced during the policy period, the pre-existing period will apply fresh again for 36 days, 36 months. So pre-existing disease period is 36 months. Then co-payment. Co-payment means a cost sharing requirement under a health insurance policy in which insured will bear a specified percentage of claim amount. If I am filing a claim on my policy says 5% amount you will bear. So out of the total claim amount, 5% cost will not be paid to me because I have to bear it. So here in this policy, each and every claim under the policy is subject to a co-payment of 5%. Co-payment does not reduce the sum insured. If my sum insured is 5 lakh, that sum insured will remain 5 lakh only. If my claim is 3 lakh rupees, that means I have to bear 15,000, 5% of 3 lakh rupees. So 15,000 rupees will be borne by me, remaining amount will be paid by the insurance company. This is co-payment. Now list of modern treatments. There are certain diseases or sicknesses or illnesses where medical treatment or surgical procedure required is less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours hospitalization due to technology advancement. Technology is developing very fast. So in certain diseases, laser treatment, keyhole surgery, etc., this kind of advanced technology is there. So minimum 24 hours hospitalization is not required. These are the 12 specific diseases which are coming under our modern treatment category. Here 24 hours hospitalization is not mandatory. This includes balloon snapsoplasty, deep brain stimulation, oral chemotherapy, robotic surgery, IONM like intraoperative neuromonitoring. So this kind of diseases are having the use of advanced technology. So these diseases are known as the modern treatment, but these are covered in the policy. Claim is payable for that. Another is waiting period 24 months. For pre-existing diseases, the waiting period is 36 months. But there are 20 other diseases for which our policy will not cover. For first 24 months means for first 2 years. These specific 20 diseases, and these are very important diseases, like hernia, like cataract operation, like gastric, like rheumatism, tonsillectomy. But in these cases, the treatment will be permitted only after 2 years of continuous removal. So for first 2 years, claim will not be paid. And then, policy does not cover certain risks. Every health insurance policy of every general insurance or standalone health insurance company have certain specific exclusions. These exclusions are printed on the policy itself. And these are very important, especially in indemnity based policies. Because for these exclusions, the claim amount will not be paid, rather deducted from the policy. Because say suppose obesity, weight control, no claim will be paid for that purpose. And rest cure, rehabilitation, respite care, cosmetic or plastic surgery, they are not paid. Cosmetic and plastic surgery is payable only in case of injury. So these 19 exclusions are applicable our health insurance policy. Now claim process. In this policy we are providing cashless treatment. Cashless treatment means there is involvement of a TPA. TPA means third party administrator, who will handle the claim on behalf of SBI. So TPA can initiate cashless in 24 hours from date of emergency hospitalization. Secondly, the cashless request to be sent within 48 hours before admission in case of planned hospitalization. But the TPA has the countrywide network of hospitals. And in any of those hospitals, the treatment can be taken. So reimbursement is second method. If the cashless treatment is not taken, then the claim can be taken on reimbursement basis. Reimbursement basis means the little documentation part is increasing. After discharge within 30 days from the discharge date, insured can file the papers to take the reimbursement claim. That claim also will pay pre-post hospitalization expenses to be submitted within 15 days from the hospitalization treatments. So both the process, cashless as well as reimbursement, are permissible. In cashless, the system is very simple because here the TPA is involved to help you. Members select the network hospital. For latest network hospital list, check TPA website. Member will get ID, a policy number card shown to the hospital TPA desk that is sufficient that we are insured under such and such policy. Hospital asks members to fill the pre-authorization report from the cashless claim. Insured members fill the pre-authorization request from the relevant information. And then hospital, TPA sends the authorization request. So that way the cashless treatment is allowed. So cashless process is simple, but the proof is required. And that proof will be in the formal manner because the TPA will check the documentation and then only will authorize to the network hospital to allow the cashless treatment. Secondly, reimbursement claim. Here the insured has to submit every document which is part of the treatment, because bills, vouchers, expenses, support, even identity proof, duly completed claim form, NEFT details, KYC details, these documents are required. Doctor's prescription, hospital bills, payment receipts, original discharge summary. Complete docket will be processed by TPA, and then only the claim will be settled on the basis of reimbursement. And after directing the policy clauses, the claims will be paid. So even in case of hospitalization due to accident, medical legal report may be asked, because FIR is normally registered with the police. So documentation part will be a little higher. Then premiums, loadings and discounts. If you are selling this policy to any of your customers, premium chart is already there. But premium chart had to be seen carefully. This policy can be given even to the person who is more than 18 years of age, any age, up to 65. But the risk of a person can be covered who is less than 18 years. So for the premium purposes, 0 to 18 years is a different group for the minors. And the remaining period of health insurance policies is always calculated on the basis of the age bands. Say suppose a person of 50 years has to take the policy. So three sum insured options are there: 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 10 lakhs. So the premium for 10 lakh rupees will be 13,723. But this is without GST and without value pack. Without GST and without value pack. If you want to see the chart of with GST, let us see the next chart. This is an individual premium with GST but without value pack. Here the premium of 50 years person is not 13,000, here it is 16,193. Why? Because 18% GST is added. But if we want to see with the value pack, then we have to see third chart. This is with value pack, but without GST. So here the GST will be applicable, but value pack charges are there. What is value pack? That I will explain. But if we are giving the value pack to a 50 years person, remains 50,781 plus GST. This is simple to calculate. This is with GST and value pack. For 50 years, with GST and value pack, premium is 18,622. So this is the complete chart if we are giving the value pack policy. Maybe the person is of 20 years, say. He is selecting the value pack also. Premium for 10 lakh rupees is only 10,062. Nothing extra is required. Even the GST is included out of it. Value pack is included in it. Now the question is, what is value pack? So value pack is a kind of additional benefits. But this is optional. Optional in the sense there is some extra premium, and that is 15% loading. But at the cost of this 15% loading, insured will get many extra benefits. And those benefits are very important. What benefits are there? First one, this policy is having the limitation of room rent, boarding and nursing expenses. And the limitation is 2% of the sum insured, subject to 5,000 rupees per day. If you are taking value pack by paying an additional premium of 15%, this limit is increased from 5,000 per day to 10,000 rupees per day maximum. So this is the first benefit. Then it will become up to 2% of the sum insured subject to maximum 10,000 per day. Second limitation is intensive care unit charges. That limit in the policy is 5% of the sum insured subject to maximum 10,000 per day. So this will be doubled to 20,000 per day. 5% of the sum insured subject to 20,000 per day. This is the second benefit. Third benefit is 5% co-payment. If you are taking the value pack, then this 5% co-payment is waived off. Full claim amount will be paid. The insured has to bear nothing. And fourth benefit is pre and post limit of 30 days and 60 days will be increased to 60 days and 90 days. So all these four benefits are very important. And they are all available only at the cost of 15% loading. That is called a value pack. This is optional. If the insured part, he can select, otherwise it is not required. Now, for an individual policy, insured has to pay 100% premium. But if the insured is taking family floater, in that case for himself he will pay 100% premium, and for all remaining members 45% of the individual premium. So that is very good option for family floater. See how the premium will be calculated. This is an example. Suppose sum insured is 10 lakh rupees. I am taking the policy of sum insured 10 lakh rupees. My age is suppose 45. My individual premium is 9767. For me 100% premium is applicable. My wife is covered, suppose she is 40. Her premium for 40 years is 9,224. But for family floater, only 45% of this premium will be charged. That would be 4151. My son is also covered, suppose who is 24. Premium for 24 is 7415. But for family floater, 45% of premium will be chargeable. So this will be 3337. Suppose daughter of 18 years is also covered. The premium at the age of 18 years is 6874 for individual person. But if we are charging for family floater 45% of it only 3093. That means against the total premium of 33189, insured has to pay only 20,257 plus GST. And if the value pack is also selected, the premium of 3039 will be added. That's all. So at the premium of 23,296, a family floater policy of 10 lakh rupees would be available for husband, wife and children. Even if the parents can be covered. So this is an example how the premium will be calculated. Another example. Suppose the sum insured opted is only 5 lakh rupees. Same pattern. For insured 100%, for wife 45%, for son 45%, for daughter 45%. Total premium plus value pack, if value pack is selected, plus GST. That's all. Now, who is the TPA? That is important. Fortunately, we have got a tie-up with a good TPA who is Medi Assist Healthcare Services. This TPA has got 13,000 plus hospital tie-ups in India, all over India. E-card from app is available. Claim intimation from app is available. Claim tracking from app is available. Connected on WhatsApp. The footprints of TPA are 14,000 plus provider, 6 million claim received annually, 226 million total lives serviced, 81 offices pan India they are having, 32 insurance partners are having. So TPA is one of the very reputed firm. They are also providing WhatsApp facility for instant query redressal. This is how you can scan. From their website you can see you can download card, intimation claim, and everything you can see on their website. Because the TPA is having every facility and providing the facilities on the website itself, plus WhatsApp for instant query redressal. So this is the health insurance policy we have introduced recently with cashless and reimbursement claim facility, available with 3 options of sum assured, 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 10 lakh. This is for the person 18 to 65 years. This is for 1 year. This is on both basis, individual as well as family floater. This provides all the facilities of pre-hospitalization, post-hospitalization, free look period, cumulative bonus, and everything is well defined. So now whatever questions do you have in your mind, you can ask related to this. Whatever questions do you have in your mind, you can ask.